I got to just do what I can to get to the point where someone's going to come find me. And I was just driving on my Ranger, and I was turning right onto a gravel road. The Ranger just slid. I probably just had too much speed making the turn, hit the gravel, slid, flipped over into a ditch. I was ejected from the Ranger. I literally remember being in the air when I was ejected from the Ranger. But then the Ranger came rolling down the side of the bank and then pinned on top of me is basically what happened. So for a period of probably 6, 7, 8 hours, I was just laying there. When they finally did get to me, like things were getting a little gray. I don't know if I had another hour. I don't know if I had another half hour. Maybe I had more time than I thought.
So that morning, I remember it was graduation weekend, Memorial Day weekend. It was cold, kind of rainy, had been rainy, wet. All of a sudden, my active on my phone goes off, and I wasn't even on duty. And I remember looking at it going, oh, ATV rolled over, male trapped underneath. I go to my husband, who's also on Henning Ambulance, and I'm like, hey, why don't we just go check it out? I know that if a person's pinned under a vehicle or something for a long time, again, toxins can build up and really cause some bad issues to happen, especially with the heart. And he goes, yeah, let's jump in. And arriving on scene, fire department was down in the ditch. Our ambulance crew that day, they were down in the ditch. And I just remember, hey, is that ATV still pinning him? And they said, nope, we've got it off. And I kind of knew we were in trouble, just knowing that all the toxins had been released. They were getting a C collar on you, getting you backboarded. And I just remember your legs were cherry red and like your veins were black and purple. And I'm like, get him in the truck, we gotta go. And our fire police chief was awesome. He had already called for a Tri-County intercept and had air care coming. We just started, trying to work on getting all the cold clothing off. And I remember at that point, they had just said, you had been talking and now you couldn't even answer like yes or no questions. And so I knew like things weren't looking good. We just got to get going, get you warm because it was cold.
So I was on duty and was the intercept paramedic for this. So opened up the back doors and hopped in. There's Chelsey assessing and doing her thing, and we had Andy on the stretcher, and it looked pretty tough. Okay, it was a pretty rough looking patient, and we were only on scene for about a minute. Right, this was one of the more critical calls I've had in 35 plus years of doing this. And off to the hospital we went, and we had a full trauma alert. Our ER staff was all ready. Helicopter came right to the hospital, to the helipad.
Once it dawned on me who it was, and a high school friend, and then I remember at one point just praying, I don't want to go to a friend's funeral. It was a huge team effort by everybody. It wasn't just Henning Ambulance. It was Tri-County, it was the surgeons and the doctors. But every chance I see you, it's a miracle, because what medical numbers show, you shouldn't be here, but God had other plans. And just to be a part of that is, it's very fulfilling.
I did not have high hopes that day when we loaded you in the helicopter, and to see you walk across the street. That's what I got into this for, right? And I'm really, really glad it worked out this way.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah,
That
worked out.
Once people started filling me in on the chain of events, who was there, maybe, things like that, then when you come back and see them around, in the community, it's like you see them in a different light. Like they can do things that save lives. And that's just, what makes the difference.